Welcome to the Gods of Boxing Talk. Your man 2K the God here. My man Sess. For this segment, we wanted to be at the God Speaks. And this shit here, bro. Yo, I probably should have had a napkin, a fork, a knife,
a
motherfucking bib. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for real.
I'm about to go in, fam. Hey, you know, look my face, bro. I'm not playing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Couldn't keep that shit for that long. Couldn't keep that shit for that long. But this is a serious situation, though, man. You got Alexander Povetkin, and you got Lucas Browne. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the reason why I put these two guys on the same video, basically titled, "These two should be banned from boxing indefinitely," is because they were both caught with the same drug in their system recently, and they were both caught within 6 to 8 months of being caught a previous fucking time.
Oh my.
Okay.
Wow.
The drug is Ostarine. All right. Let me start off with Povetkin real quick. Recently, Andrei Ryabinsky, if you don't know who that guy is, that's the Russian motherfucker that wins all the purse bids for Russia. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Vladimir Klitschko, Alexander Povetkin, Deontay Wilder. He wins all the goddamn purse bids. Motherfucker got money. He got a tree full of money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
He came out and said that Alexander Povetkin and his team will undergo a polygraph test this week. Basically, they're going to question his integrity on the matter. We all know back in, I believe, May.
May, yeah.
Back in May, he was supposed to fight Deontay Wilder.
Absolutely.
And he was popped with a drug in his system. I think it was Maldonium.
Yes, sir.
In that situation, Maldonium was banned in January of this year. He said he took it beforehand. They gave him an opportunity to basically gave him a slap on the wrist and said, okay, just because we just banned it this year, you're under the legal limit. We'll slap your hand on this one. But don't do it again, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what happened. That fight is off. You'll stay the #1 contender, but don't do it again. Well, he tests positive for Ostarine going into the goddamn Browne fight, which was the WBC title eliminator, which if he won, he'd be right back where he was in May.
Yep.
Now, this is the thing here. Ostarine was banned by WADA back in fucking 2008. So there's absolutely no excuse. Now, his claim is that, I ate some meat, and farmers use this type of drug in their livestock, and I may have eaten a piece of beef or some sort, and it had this Ostarine drug in the meat, therefore it was transferred into my system. Now, me and Sess are avid, we are avid weightlifters.
Yes.
My man Sess lift weights about 5-6 days a week. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
I lift weights about 4 to 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We eat meat all the goddamn time.
Hey, just ate something today.
You know what I'm saying? I should have some right before this video. You know
exactly.
Now, Ostarine is a type of steroid that helps the blood flow through the system and increases endurance. Used by bodybuilders. It's used by bodybuilders for competition purposes. Okay. I have never felt an increase in stamina nor endurance while lifting, and I do strength training, people. I do strength training. I've never had this push of endurance and this highly increasing stamina without taking any pre-workout supplements or any intra-workout supplements. Okay. never had that just from eating fucking meat. So I beg the question, what kind of fucking meat are they eating?
Hey.
They meat got ready steroids in the motherfucker, dog? You know what I'm saying? And then on top of this shit, it was enough to be caught in a goddamn drug test. To where it's an illegal limit. So even if there is some type of residue of the drug inside the meat of livestock, right? It wouldn't be a fucking illegal amount in the guy's system. Get the fuck out of here. The fuck you think we stupid?
That's exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Now, we all know immediately after, I mean, it was literally like 2 seconds later, bro, after he was announced getting caught with Osterine in the system. Johan Duhaupas is ready to fight. Now, I beg the goddamn question here. Where the fuck did this nigga come from?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dog, it's like the nigga was waiting backstage, fam. He was like this. And he was just waiting on the goddamn call, like, all right, go. You know what I'm saying? All right, the announcement's been made. Get out there. Hey, yeah, I'm ready to fight. Get the fuck out of here. How the hell they get that fight that goddamn fast, sus?
Hey, I have no idea, 2K.
Bro.
But I'm going to hit you with some specifics in a minute, though.
Okay. This is my thing, fam. It's very fishy that literally right before that fight is about to happen, Johan Duhaupas is immediately entered as the fill-in, okay? And as you all see, what can happen in boxing when you got a roided up motherfucker in the ring.
Absolutely.
Johan Duhaupas is damn near dead on the fucking mat. You know what I'm saying? The nigga was dead. He was dead, fam.
Yeah. Yep.
The goddamn doctor was like, clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, get the fuck. This motherfucker should be banned. Yep. Okay? There's that. Now let me go to the next motherfucker, Lucas Browne. And I'll pass it over to you. In March of this year, he beat Ruslan Shagaev in a bullshit ass, faggot ass fight that probably shouldn't even took place. WBA is garbage. Anyway.
Yeah.
He beats an old ass Ruslan Shagaev, by the way, for the WBA title. Immediately after that, he gets tested and he pops hot for clenbuterol hydrochloride. Now, that drug is also a steroid. It's actually a bronchodilator, whatever the fucking word is, used for treating breathing disorders like asthma, right?
Yep.
It's not approved by the U.S. FDA, and it's seen mostly used as a fat burning tool for anabolic steroid users and for people who compete in bodybuilding. So basically, motherfuckers in bodybuilding competitions, they take clenbuterol hydrochloride to burn fat and build lean muscle. This was in his system. Now, the WBA claimed that he inadvertently took this drug, and they said, don't worry about it.
Wow.
6-month ban, because we got to do something.
Yeah.
You a 6-month ban, but we will reinstate you in the top 5 in our organizational rankings. Thus, why he was fighting Shannon Briggs, or supposed to be fighting Shannon Briggs for the WBA regular title. So basically,
yep.
You know what I'm saying? 8 months later, right before, ironically, his fight against Shannon fucking Briggs, right? He tests positive for the same fucking drug Povetkin tests positive for. Osterine.
Wow.
And guess what, Sass? Guess what, fam?
What's that?
He claims he got it from eating meat.
Oh my goodness. Come on, man.
What? Is this the fucking Twilight Zone, dog?
Yeah.
So you telling me beef from Russia to Australia got steroids in it enough for you to have illegal fucking amounts in your system? Come on, bro. Now,
wow.
Lucas Browne did enroll in Nevada WBC clean boxing program.
Okay.
Just to show us that he is not a cheat. He did this right after he popped hot against Ruslan Shagayev. But he just tested positive for this. Nevada caught him in this one. So they're just like, all right, we're gonna see what these polygraph results. I'm sorry, not polygraph. They're gonna see what happens later. That's what they said. But the thing is with Lucas Browne, man, he's not even a popular fighter. He doesn't have the backing. You know what I'm saying? Of these entities in the game like Andre Ryabinski, who have, you know, the utmost clout.
Mm-hmm.
Who could actually administer polygraphs for Alexander Povetkin, and there not be any neutral parties overseeing this fucking test. Yeah. Okay. I hope this test is not done in Russia, and I hope it's not done by a whole bunch of fucking Russians. Yep. Okay. We need representatives of WADA to be there, not Russian, neutral, to actually administer the fucking polygraph and to make sure this motherfucker's not cheating on the polygraph. Like, you could cheat polygraphs, but I mean, I would just be all in this nigga's face like, did you do it? Did you do it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, cause this is ridiculous, man. There's absolutely no excuse for this, fam. Not this particular drug. There are other drugs out there that can find their way into your system, but not things that are this potent, powerful, and used as a fucking steroid for bodybuilders. Now I'm gonna ring off a list of people who've been caught pissing hot. You got Erkan Tepper, heavyweight, just knocked out David Price. He just got knocked out. I can't remember by who, but he just got. Funny thing is, Erkan Tepper was like big and muscular, had lean muscle and shit. He just popped hot. Then he comes into the ring all fat and shit and gets his ass whooped. So then you got Tony Thompson, Tony the Tiger. You know what I'm saying? You got Felix Stern. You got Francisco Vargas. Okay, in the past you had Eric Morales. That was in the past. Yep. Lucien Boutte was popped for Osterine as well. You got Luis Ortiz 2 years ago. I think he was popped for Nandrolone in 2014, but he's been clean ever since. So, I mean, shit, I keep going. Andre Berto. There's a lot of motherfuckers out there, you know what I'm saying, that are getting popped all of a sudden after Mayweather said we need to have random urine and blood testing. So, what do you think about this shit, man?
Man. Where to begin? You know what? Let me go back to the first cheat that you mentioned, and that is Alexander Povetkin. It's funny you bring up the point about Johann Duhaupas mysteriously being ready just out of nowhere. He's just, I mean, like you said, it was like he was hiding, you know, behind stage somewhere, and he just popped up with boxing gloves on and everything. Bro, like, hey, I'll fight him.
That shit was like a nigga on the bench for a basketball team, and he's watching the first string dude that he's behind fucking up in the game, and the nigga's sitting there like this, like, coach, coach, can I play, coach? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then the coach fucking points him to go in. Niggas like, that's what that shit remind me of, dog.
Yep. But you know what? Somebody else was just as suspicious as you are, and happens to be the man Bermain Stavern.
Absolutely.
Let me read you guys a quote from Stavern. He says, "I was shocked when I heard the news, but when I arrived back home, I thought about how it all played out. And I added 2 and 2, and it all came together. beginning Tuesday. This is the Tuesday before the fight. Beginning Tuesday, they told me they have a replacement if I pull out of the fight. And they kept saying it throughout the week. I actually thought it was something just to distract me, but they seem to know about it all week.
Wow.
Yep. And then he goes on to say, then on Saturday morning after breakfast, I went to my room to lay down to get some rest. That's when I got word of what happened. So I called everyone from my team and got Don on the phone. Don King is who Don is.
Right.
But very, very ironic that these people would tell him Tuesday, hey, if you don't want to fight, we got a replacement.
Hey.
Exactly. Come on, people. You know what? I'm so sick and tired. At this point, I'm so sick and tired of Alexander Povetkin. I'm tired of the people that took up for him with the first incident with the Deontay Wilder fight, and now you have it again. You see what happens when you don't rightfully punish somebody for doing something wrong? Yep. They think they can do it again.
Exactly.
And they will do it again. And we've seen both cases play out like this with Lucas Browne and Alexander Povetkin. These guys should be banned from boxing. They should lose their boxing license. They should not be able to compete anywhere in the world if they are in a boxing ring. I don't even think they should be around the sport, because that negative bullshit that they brought to the sport may rub off on some of the younger fighters. And what these guys are doing right now is they're contributing to a culture that is going to bring boxing under a microscope when somebody's killed in the ring, because these fucking idiots are juicing and bringing that shit into the boxing ring. I cannot tell you guys, for a lot of you guys, and see, this is what tells me who's been hit and who hasn't been hit before.
Yep.
See, when you've been hit with a dude that has natural power, I mean, you don't forget that shit, right? But when you've been hit by somebody that has unnatural punching power because they are unnaturally reaping the benefits from a substance that they put in their body, that is deadly.
Yes.
Okay, you can kill somebody like that, you know? And case in point, Johann fucking Duhaupas sprawled out, laid out, like you said, 2K, looked like he was dead because he got knocked out by a guy that was fucking juicing. And you've got all these other Russians, and I don't got no problem with the Russian people, but you've got people in the arena clapping and celebrating this tainted ass victory as if he just really did something.
Fuck it. Call him out, fam. You know what? I don't give a fuck who's
watching.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Russians fucked up on that one. Y'all know goddamn well Alexander Povetkin pissed hot like 24 hours prior to that goddamn fight.
Absolutely.
And you see him kill a nigga in the ring, basically.
Pretty much.
Clapping. The fuck out of here, Russia.
Come on, people. Come on. It's that type of ignorance that feeds guys like Povetkin to continue doing what they're doing. Povetkin had no problem going in there and doing what he did to Johann Duhaupas. If he had no problem with that, Povetkin strikes me as a guy that would not care if he legitimately hurt somebody in the ring. Yeah. He doesn't care because winning means everything to him. Winning is more important than the life of the person in front of him.
Yep.
So, it really pisses me off when a lot of these casual fans and some of these one-sided, biased-ass boxing fans and writers go and blame Deontay Wilder because he didn't want to step in the ring with a guy that had tested positive for something. You know, same thing with Browne Stavern. You know, I just don't understand this culture of cheating that a lot of you guys will pass off and make excuses for. and it pisses myself in 2K and others alike. It pisses us off because we're all for clean competition. That is what the sport of boxing is about. Absolutely. You know, so I just with Lucas Browne and Alexander Povetkin, like I said, man, they should be banned. I think their trainers, their camps should be under investigation. Yep. If they had any knowledge, which I'm absolutely sure the chief seconds from both camps knew exactly what was going on. So they should be banned from boxing as well. They should lose their license. They should not be able to be around the sport at all. Yeah. This is absolutely ridiculous. And like I said, these guys do not deserve to make any money off of stepping in the ring with another person. That's bullshit. One more point, 2K, before we close it up. What you guys need to do is, and we'll have to probably do it at another time, but there's a documentary that, and like I said, the name kind of slips me, but there's a documentary on YouTube. If we can, 2K, I'll give you the name and we can put it in the description section of this video. But there's a documentary on YouTube that explains the culture of juicing in Russia and how big it is. Shit. We just seen the Russians banned from the Olympics for doping. You know, this is a culture that is very prevalent in Russia. You know, this shit goes on. Yeah. And like I said, it irritates the hell out of me that a lot of you guys will sweep this shit under the rug, but this is big business, you know? And it's just sad to see another heavyweight fight, a fight that I legitimately wanted to see, you know, ruined because of an individual's own insecurities. Yeah, so I guess, man, we'll have to see what happens. My guess is nothing will happen to Povetkin. He's got this Russian billionaire behind him who says he's going to give him a polygraph test or whatever. But Alexander Povetkin has a lot of love in Russia. That is his country. And they are not going to do anything to taint his image. So we'll just have to see what happens with that. But Lucas Browne is a piece of shit also. I didn't go too in on him, but I just want to get that out there. I don't know much about Lucas Browne, but again, twice? Come on, man.
Twice in his situation was twice in 8 months, and Povetkin's was twice in 6 months. I mean, that's why we're saying they should be banned indefinitely, because it's one thing to be caught. Like I said, I just went through a list of fighters that were caught. You know what I'm saying? But to be caught twice in 1 year, and it's only been 6 to 8 months, fam. Like, come on, man. We need some harsh consequences that these fighters need to be dealing with if it's a consistent situation here. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I want to touch on Johann Duhaupas real quick before we close out. You know, Alexander Povetkin, the way he stretched him, he KO'd him in 6 rounds. Remember, Johann Duhaupas, he's not a great fighter by any stretch of the imagination. He really just came off his greatest win. He knocked out Robert Helenius. Robert Helenius was an undefeated fighter. I believe he's from like Finland from Finland.
Okay.
Undefeated fighter. He was a guy, I had mentioned him on another video. I was saying Eric Molina knocked him out, and I went all in on him and shit, but I had got it wrong. Molina had knocked out Anime. Johann Duhaupas knocked out Robert Helenius, but he wasn't a guy where motherfuckers was like, oh my God, Robert Helenius, dog, that nigga. No, but he was a guy that was on a lot of boxing enthusiasts' radar. You know what I'm saying? In the heavyweight division, he could possibly be somebody, kind of like how Alexander Dmitriko was 6 years ago, or Alexander Ustinov 6 years ago. And Duhaupas actually coming a fight away from his loss to Deontay Wilder, went in there and stopped that shit, knocked him out, gave him his first loss. Okay, another thing I want to mention, when he fought Deontay Wilder, one of the hardest hitters naturally in the sport, right? It took Deontay Wilder until the 11th round
Yep.
To finally get this guy out of there. And it wasn't a KO. It was a TKO.
Good
It
point.
was because of an accumulation of damage, dude. This is a tough French motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
If Deontay Wilder, who hit Duhaupas repeatedly with his money punch throughout the entire fight, which is the straight right hand, and he still could not stretch him, one of the hardest punches in the game. But then, Alexander Povetkin, who is also a hard puncher, but it's all under fucking question right now, right?
Exactly.
He's also a hard puncher, but he's not as hard as Deontay Wilder.
Yep.
Okay? We don't talk about his power like we talk about Anthony Joshua's.
Yeah.
We don't talk about his power like we talk about somebody who's in a smaller weight division like Gennady Golovkin.
Yeah.
Okay? Yep. But he goes in there and stretches this tough-ass Frenchman that one of the hardest punchers in the sport, Deontay Wilder, couldn't even do. Gets him out of there in 6 rounds.
Yep.
Get the fuck out of here. I smell fish.
Exactly. Yeah.
Anyway, man, we're going to go ahead and conclude it right here, man. YouTube, do what you do in the comment section. And by the way, man, if there's one of these motherfuckers that, let's say we couldn't get both of them banned, we could only get one banned, get Alexander Povetkin's motherfucking ass out of here, man.
Yep.
At least Lucas Browne, he's doing everything he can to show us that he, you know what I'm saying, that he really didn't do anything. Povetkin is just like, shit, I'm gonna let Ryabinski handle it, nigga. I'm me.
Absolutely.
Fuck this nigga, man. Do what you do in the comment section and be real. This is real talk for real fans. 1.